Okay, so here are the rails, and here is our show.
Completely off. Completely gone today. What in the world? Derailed.
Yay, you're here. Welcome to the CK and GK podcast. Let's get going.
It's December.
Is it ever? Oh my gosh. Oh, so
who knows what day it is, but we know it's the month of December.
Super overwhelmed by all the things that happen in December because we are.
Like, hello. But you know what else it is?
It's
episode 50.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. We are so glad that you are here and you stuck with us for 50 episodes. Or maybe you didn't and you came in late, and that's fine too.
I mean, if you did come in late, like, check out 13 and 31 because those are my favorites. And not just because of the Offspring song.
Nice. That's
he's
a good
getting a tattoo. Yeah, he's getting ink.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, Manny on Instagram posted some pictures of some court documents from the Murdoch murders case. Mm-hmm. And someone said that her new hashtag was vindicated. And she's like, now that song's in my head. And I was like, vindicated. I am selfish. I am wrong. I like sang the whole song in my head. I was right. I know I'm right. Yeah, that song. You know what I'm talking about?
All right. Well, welcome to CK and GK, our 50th episode. If you've been with us since the beginning, thanks. If this is your first time, thanks.
Yeah, and you should know we don't always sing Dashboard Confessional,
but sometimes we need to.
But sometimes we need to.
Oh, and my co-host this evening, and like all evenings, is Caitlin, and I will introduce her like Caitlin would introduce me. She's a city girl who is just as comfortable playing baseball in the street as falling off a horse. Just like Diane Barrows from It Takes Two, played by the lovely Kirstie Alley. R.I.P.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, I'm copying you a little bit.
No, you are not. I am copying you.
Well, you'll see why in a second. But my co-host is Jenny, and she would totally let me convert her half of the bar to a tea room just like Rebecca Howe did in Cheers. Also played by Kirstie Alley, R.I.P.
Right. And so the other day, Caitlin texted me 2 words, Kirstie Alley. And we were in the middle of a conversation, and I was like, wait, what does this even mean? And I was like, question mark? What? She texted me back. She was like, she died. And my heart sank. I was like, wait, that is not where I thought this was going.
No, it's not at all. And she got a little wackadoo when it came to vaccines and stuff, and I was not down with that. But like,
oh, people are nuts.
Right. But like, oh man, there's just some of them that just shock you. The Leslie Jordan one shocked me really hard. The Chadwick Boseman one shocked me. I wouldn't say I was as shocked or like upset about Kirstie Alley as I was about those, but this one still was like one of those things I grew up watching, so it does feel a little.
I was super surprised. Let's say that. Like, I didn't take it personally. I didn't like need a moment to move on from it. I know lots of people have, and she has a family, and like and
she's a person.
My heart, it goes back to them. Like, yes, of course,
right.
But it was a shock. I had no idea she was sick. I don't
think
really
anybody
sad.
did. Right?
I also didn't know she was 71.
No, she's not. She wasn't. I mean, oh, that sounded bad. Yeah. Wow, 71. Okay, so all right. So I was talking about this with my mom a little bit ago, but I'm having a little bit of a hard time understanding the age of people right now. Like, I'm in that stage of my 30s where like I perpetually think that 1990 was 10 years ago, and I will never come out of that. So meanwhile, it was 30 years ago. Anyway, I was talking to her about this ornament that she has. It's the angel that goes on top of the family Christmas tree, and it's basically like my head on a doily from like a kindergarten craft. Like I've been turned into, it's like a doily.
How have I known you for this many years and not known that you are the angel on your family Christmas tree?
I am the angel on the family Christmas tree. I can send you the picture. She was like, it's the last ornament I pulled out of the box.
You will make the picture of the blog post.
My mom will love that so much. So then she's like, I think tonight we're going to throw out the ornaments that like were made from food. And I was like, hold on. I think that's probably a good idea. She goes, yeah, they lasted a long time. And I was like, yeah, we're 30. Like me and my siblings are 30. And then I was like, and my forehead is definitely still 30. And she starts comparing my forehead to my sister who actually is 30. And I was just like, wait, what? Like, stop it. All my sisters are babies. Like, they're still babies. That's how I think of them. And then I went, wait, that means my brother is older than 30. And I just had a legit, like, and like got sweaty and I had to start fanning my armpits. I got really anxious about all of this. Oh, man. Okay. Rebecca Howe, cheers, Kirstie Alley, moving on. R.I.P. Oh, all right.
Real.
Let's talk a little bit of circle time. We're just so the listener knows, we're going to make this one a short one because it's December and you got ish to do. And we know that. And so we want you to have something.
For real, so do we.
Yeah. Like really. We want y'all to have something that entertains you. And also this is good for us. This is our self-care. So that's why we're doing this. But we are going to keep it on the shorter side. So let's get started with some circle time and go sports. Ball.
Okay, so you ever been in that relationship where you're on again, off again, and like you're madly in love and then you're not?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well I guess you didn't go through high school.
Oh no, I 100% know exactly what you're talking about.
So, like I had this deep-seated love affair with the Houston Astros. Okay, I had all the merch. I have a dog named after an Astro. Oh, wait. I have a son named after an Astro.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Okay.
And so when the 2017 cheating scandal came out, and for those of you who like have never left the rock you're under, the Astros cheated in the world in the 2017 series. 2017 season and ended up winning the World Series, and the whole thing is tainted, right?
Hold on.
Giant star next to it.
That was 2017. That was already 5 years ago.
Oh ew. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
But like all of it. Yeah. So when it was all discovered and blah, 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 like there was no remorse.
None.
As we saw on TV.
None.
Like there was no apology. Like,
nothing.
Yeah, we stole signs and we also like communicated to our batters as to what pitch was coming. Da da da. If you're an avid listener, you know that we have come back and there's been some research done by a couple of writers, specifically one from The Athletic, who then found out that Jose Altuve, who, my heart beats, Tuve. Jose Altuve was not involved in any of it. And then, apparently there was a bunch of remorse in the locker room that did not come across in the press releases at all.
No, you can't take accountability. What?
But anyway, years ago, when all of this came to light and there was no remorse, John and I had a heart-to-heart and said we cannot raise our kids to be fans of a team that's not sorry when they get caught doing something wrong. Mm-hmm. So we took a break. A Ross and Rachel break, a serious one. Like we were on a break. And we chose the Mets as our rebound team. And because both of our favorite players were on the Mets at the time. Pay no mention to the fact that my favorite player was an Astro who had moved to the Mets and was on the 2017 roster. That's not important.
Right, no.
So anyhow, this last year, the Astros made it to the World Series. And then you might have heard, won. And so we're back together, right? Taylor said we're never, ever, ever getting back together, but she was wrong. And so we're back together with the Astros. But when I was pregnant with Kit, who is really Christopher Ryan after Nolan Ryan, the Astro, we called the baby, as some people say, oh, baby Peanut, the little fetus the cletus. Like people always have names for their babies. Fetus the cletus. What the heck?
That was not. No one called
No.
my belly fetus the cletus. No one. Not one single. That never came up. I mean, my son is still called Peanut for that reason, but we called him Jack because when we first heard his ultrasound, he sounded like a jackhammer. So like there was like a running joke. So yeah, but like no one, fetus the cletus, never came up. No.
So our baby name was Baby Verlander.
Oh.
And I was pregnant before, but at about the same time that Kate Upton was pregnant. And my mom thought it was hilarious that Kate Upton and I were both pregnant with Baby Verlander.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
She was like, oh, you and Kate Upton. I'm like, yeah, well, my Baby Verlander didn't let me meet Justin in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, Justin Verlander wrote a beautiful letter saying goodbye to the Astros. Dear John, I'm leaving you for the Mets.
Oh, dear.
So long story short, Justin Verlander broke up with me to go be with my ex, the Mets.
Oh. How does it feel, Jen? Feels like a glass of wine.
Yeah, I just took a sip of wine. No, it's okay. It's okay. He's a good guy. He wrote a really nice letter. And Kate Upton gets to live in New York. Like,
she
doesn't have to live in Houston anymore.
Yeah, she's a supermodel. She's probably happier there anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
I just want them to be in love forever and like not Tom and Giselle this. Like I really want them to be like forever and ever in love.
So you really want like Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar sort of situation.
Right. Or the other Sarah and Matt.
Sarah Jessica Parker, Matthew Broderick.
Yes.
It's a good thing I like know you well enough to know what you're talking about.
Yes.
But I wonder how many people at the same time were like, I know who she's talking about. Sarah Jessica Parker. Yeah. Or Rita Wilson and Tom Hanks.
Oh, heart that. Yes.
That's a really cute one.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want Kate Upton and Justin Verlander to be in love forever. And I want them to make a whole family of beautiful babies and like spread baseball love to the whole world.
No guarantees, but
please tag them both in the release of this episode. I bet I'm the only podcaster who has ever said that.
Probably. It's probably a pretty safe bet.
Who's your favorite Hollywood power couple? Kate Upton and Justin Verlander. Haven't heard
no
of either
one
of
says
them?
that.
No big deal.
Right. No one says that. Oh, goodness. How funny. Yeah, I don't think I would ever choose the two of them together. Not that I think they just escape my mind. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they just don't.
Okay. Unless you have Astrodome seats in your house.
Which you do have Astrodome seats. Actual
and a whole
Astrodome
section
seats.
of your wardrobe that is Astros gear. And a dog named after an Astro. Oh, yeah. And a kid named after an Astro. You probably don't know.
It's unhealthy, the amount of obsessions that Texans have with certain figures, right? Like, and Nolan Ryan is one of them. Like 100%.
Oh, absolutely.
He's one of those people.
But come on.
Like, can do no wrong in Texas.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That whole Robin Ventura thing, it's amazing. It's gold.
Oh, yeah. So, speaking of wardrobes that are dedicated to an entire team, I still have, like, college t-shirts. In fact, I'm wearing a college t-shirt right now. This is my very first. Good for you. I know, right? It doesn't fit the way it used to.
That is matter.
Okay, and it is.
You still got it on, and you don't look like a sausage, so that's all that matters.
There have been times where this was 10 pounds of meat in a 5-pound bag, so this is not one of those times. So that's why I can wear it today. But the amount of University of Colorado t-shirts that I have is ridiculous, and I've been sort of like, I don't really like. I just kind of wear them underneath stuff now because it's like it's comfortable, but I also don't have to display it. But I don't care now because it's prime time at the University of Colorado because Deion Sanders officially has become the head coach of the University of Colorado football team, and it was all anyone was talking about on sports talk on Monday. It was amazing.
It's amazing. Yes.
It's amazing. And like
meanwhile, instead of putting out Christmas lights, Caitlin's just putting blue and gold lights all over their house.
Blue, black. But the best thing is like the emails and social that are coming out of this. So like the headline in the email, the subject line that I'm getting from the university, that's like, hey, it's time to pay up now because we actually have a legit chance of being a good football team. Yeah. It's like, it's prime time in Colorado. And I'm like, yeah, it is. I'm getting all fired up. Not fired enough to send money.
Is this
but
Mrs.
still.
Kindred? Hi, Miss Kindred. My name is Erica, and I'm class of 2024. And I'm calling to see if you would like to donate to help pay Coach Prime's salary.
The answer is no. But here's what's interesting about this. We have friends obviously still in Colorado, and one of them tried to buy season tickets, already sold out for next year.
Believable.
Totally
100% believable.
insane. And oh my goodness, it's very exciting to be a Buffalo right now. So it's real. It's real.
It's amazing.
Oh man, it's real. The pictures are coming out and he's got like bright, shiny, like silver, not aviators, but they kind of look like aviators, and like a big old cheese grin on his face and all these pictures. And I'm like, yes, get it. I'm so excited.
Go
He's stealing
Buffs.
coaches from everywhere, stealing defensive coordinators from A&M. It's going to be
nice.
great. I know.
You need them.
Yeah, we.
And I don't know how
We
much time
literally need
Jimbo has
everything.
left. So
Oh, yeah,
those
I know.
people are escaping the ship like rats.
Yeah. So that's my sports.
So we are also season ticket holders, but of the University of Texas, which you just heard me say those words in that order. Please, this is a
I'm sure
recording.
that
Don't play it
hurts
back
you.
to, yeah, right. Like
I'm sure
this
it
is one of
hurts
those
you.
moments that when I get up to the pearly gates, St. Pete is going to play over and over and over again. Jen, you said University of Texas. And all the Aggies say that school in Austin is just another Texas university. Texas A&M is the University of Texas. But the reason I say this is because we will never not be season ticket holders, because the minute we give those seats up, we'll never get them again.
No, you won't. You're right.
And
It's so true.
We just pay the fee every year. We make the quote unquote donation to get the tickets.
It's a donation. Exactly. It is a donation.
But we do it because every year we talk about it. We say, oh, do we really want to do this again? It's like, you know what? We'll never get on the list again.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah.
John can buy them as an alumni. And as soon as he gives up that spot, he gets back down at the bottom of the list and our turn's never coming.
And someone's going to snatch them up. So you got to keep them. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, we don't need to buy season tickets because we don't live in the state anymore. But there's a good chance that when they end up playing in Fort Worth, playing TCU or something, we're going to
Oh, yeah. You're going? That's so fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So, yay. Congratulations, CU. We're excited for you and us. Yay.
Coach
What's
Prime.
up? Yep, Coach Prime. It's prime time. Let's do this. What's going on with Obsessions? You got anything good right now?
Okay, so we as a family are currently obsessed with trivia quizzes on YouTube. If you haven't done this before, it's basically like pub trivia, but they show the question and they give you like 20 seconds to answer, whatever. We did one that was movie themes, and my 11-year-old daughter, God, I love her so much, and I feel like
she's
I'm
the
doing as
best.
well as I can. Like
Yeah,
I
you're
am raising the
killing
child she needs to be.
Yep.
We hear one song come on. She goes, is that Eminem?
Yes, girl. Yeah.
It was 8 Mile. It was 8 Mile. It was so good. I was like, yes, it is. You get the point.
I cannot wait for the time when my child is completely mortified that I know every word to that song. Every word. And oh my gosh, I'm like excited about embarrassing him.
It'll be at his wedding.
Oh,
You will have
then he'll
already
probably
done the
think it's
mother-son
cool.
dance. It's further on into the evening, and then all of a sudden it comes on, and here you go.
Yeah.
His
And then yeah.
knees are weak.
mom's spaghetti.
Right.
If it's my family, when my brother shows up, so his uncle shows up, he's going to ask for very specific Michael Jackson songs and then bust out his red jacket like he wore in the Thriller video.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. He knows every move to that dance, which is really, really amazing. Okay, well, I'm back to trivial stuff. And in case you have also been living under a rock for this reason. Trader Joe's is the bee's knees, and if you're not spending all of your time there, you need to reevaluate. Because I went in there fairly recently for something, and I think I was getting, I don't know, like, I just wanted something sweet. They have the best treats at Trader Joe's, right?
They do. It's like, you have to think of it, in my mind, like, it is not a place to grocery shop. It is a place to snack shop.
Yes. Yeah, and you can get groceries there, but
no,
not
don't
at
even
ones
play me like that. Don't even play me like that. You're not buying your regular groceries at Trader Joe's. No, not unless your last name's Rockefeller.
Right. If you live in Austin, and Trader Joe's is not like everywhere, like every other corner, like it is in certain states, it's not a grocery store, right? Like it's just it's a place where you get cinnamon brooms and wreaths, and you can like put a 6-pack of different, cans of wine together. It's amazing. So anyway,
all of the hummus, like any flavor of hummus you could ever imagine, they have it. It's like Willy Wonka's wallpaper wall. Lick the red pepper. It tastes like red pepper. Lick the olive. It tastes like olive.
The snozberries.
Lick the chocolate. It tastes like chocolate.
So I was there, and I'm like walking down the skincare aisle because apparently they have like a little section, and I'm like, Morrulla oil for $8? Yes. And I'm like, picking things up.
What is that?
It's like a I put it on my face after.
Yeah, but
after
like what animal is Morrulla?
Morrulla? It's not an animal. It's not like olive oil. It's not like a thing you cook with. It goes on your skin.
Okay.
What animal is a Morrulla?
Is that the title of this epi?
It has to be. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm like snatching things up. I found a candle that was amazing. They had a fall candle that was like a Honeycrisp apple, and it smelled so good. And then I was like, okay, I'll try this other seasonal one. It's like cedarwood and something else, and it smells so good. So definitely buy that candle if you see it right now at Trader Joe's. But
is it actually called cedarwood and something else, or would you like to tell us the actual name of
I
the
don't know what the
candle?
other one is, but it's burning in the other room right now. I can smell it. It's cedarwood and balsam. That's probably it. Anyway, it smells amazing, but it's like a little tiny candle in like a little silver can, and I would highly suggest that you buy it. But also, speaking of snacks, they have these seasonal Christmassy snacks that are out right now, and one of them is called Jingle Jangle, and Jingle Jangle pretzel twists are these like kind of like fist-sized pretzels that are they're coated in peanut butter, and then there's Oreo cookie like sprinkled on top of it with like M&Ms, like off-brand, right? Obviously, because you can't do Oreo and M&M with Trader Joe's, but it's like little chocolate
sandwich cookies and chocolate melt-aways.
And chocolate candy-coated chocolate
yes.
Oh my God. And it's like the right size. Like it's like the size of like a ring light that you would put on your phone. Like it's just I
love that
right
that's where size. You go.
It's right in front of my face.
No. I'm just saying. Oh my God, we have the same light.
Mine's dying right now too.
Oh, it has like 12 seconds of battery.
Yeah, it really doesn't last.
You have to
very
plug
long.
it in.
Yeah. My big ring light works, but it has to be plugged in all day long. So
but also you're recording with me. Like, who cares how you look?
Well, I kind of do because I spend a lot of time looking at myself in the video. Don't you do that? We all do that, don't we?
Yes.
Do you not do that?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking at you. I'm like trying to make eye contact with you, but then I realize the camera is above your face.
Right.
So like if I stare at your face, I'm not actually making eye contact.
Yes. That said, this treat, these Jingle Jangle pretzel twists are like the best stinking things. They're so good. And they're only 150 calories for one of these
that's
things.
amazing.
I know. You're thinking all these things, and as I say them, and you're like, oh my God, it's like a $400 or
peanut
$400
butter and sandwich cookies and candy coated chocolate.
My holiday coffee order from a certain coffee place is way more calories.
Trader Joe's in the algorithm.
Yes, in the algorithm is way more calories than this delicious, satisfying treat.
Okay,
and
that is amazing. You know what Christmas tree I really love, and no one else in my family does?
What?
those spicy saltine crackers. Do you ever make those? Where you mix up like ranch dressing and the powder of ranch dressing and olive oil and red pepper flake, and then you like bake the crackers in the oven. I only make them at Christmas time. I will eat an entire box of saltines in one day. They are so good.
Yeah, I want some. Send me the recipe. That sounds great.
Yes.
I've never heard of this before, but it sounds great. I use it for I use saltines to make like a brittle. I do the saltines on the bottom of the pan, and then you do like caramel or caramel, and then chocolate or something, and then you put them in a freezer and you break it up.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll brickle with them. But I haven't made anything like savory. That sounds great.
Oh no, they're so good. And I make one that's like spicy and I call it Austin. And then I make one that's kind of bland and I call it Dallas.
That's so mean, but also I kind of love it. Oh, who did we insult in Dallas? We apologize to you.
Sort of.
You said it, not me. We have friends in Dallas. We just recorded with the Nefarious Nightmare, and they're in Dallas. They're not bland.
No. But their Christmas crackers are.
Oh, perfect. Got it. Understood. All right. This whole episode is turning into a gem, but do you have any others?
Okay. So this is one of those parenting moments. And like, I try not to make all my gems about parenting because I do know that some of our listeners do not have children. But I also try and like take the stories of parenting that are acceptable by all people, whether you have children or not, or whether you have small children or grown children. This is a story for you.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. The other day, I wake up before the rest of the house, which is pretty typical for a mom. Making myself a cup of coffee.
Hoping to drink it in peace.
Right. It is a not work day.
Nice.
So I'm thinking I'm like going to enjoy my coffee, let the dogs out, whatever, and then everyone's going to come downstairs. My son walks down the stairs stark naked. Not a stitch of clothing on him.
That's never a good sign. Yeah. Ever.
And I'm like, dude, why are you so naked? And he said, oh, I had an accident in the night.
Oh, no.
I'm like, oh, no. He says, but it's okay. I already put my clothes in the laundry, and I just folded the sheets over and slept in a different part of the bed. Like my kid is in a frat. He got up in the middle of the night because he peed himself, stripped down, and went back to bed in a wet bed rather than wake us up. I'm like, dude, I love that you did this and that you managed your own problem. But in the future, like if you have an accident in the night, you can wake me up. I will help you clean up.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, sometimes you're just too tired. Right? And you're just like, forget it. It's tomorrow's problem. I can't.
But he sleeps upstairs and the laundry room is downstairs. Like, this took some thinking.
Yeah. He didn't want to wake you guys up. Oh,
right.
For whatever reason.
Right. And this, I know it is a Sunday because the day before was a Saturday. John had taken him to a Texas game, to which we have season tickets. And it was very late at night when they got home. And John did not do the before bed potty because he was asleep in the car.
Yeah.
So we take full ownership for this. Like, it should have been like, hey, wake him up, make him go to the bathroom before he goes back down to bed. Mm-hmm. Not his fault at all. And I told him that multiple times. Like, this is not your fault. I love that you took care of it. But this poor kid, like 2 a.m. or whatever time it was, came downstairs, stripped down, put his dirty clothes in the laundry room, goes back upstairs. And rather than sleep in another bed or knock on a door and wake someone up, he just slept on the dry part of his bed.
Naked. Oh.
Psi epsilon epsilon. P.
Here for it. Oh, goodness. Well, I have reached the point of parenting in which my child is actuallying me all the time. Apparently, the mansplaining starts very early.
Oh my gosh.
Mom? Yes? Did you know that it's a really good thing that I was born in the year of the monkey? What? Yeah, I was born in the year of the monkey. Oh, okay, sure. Yep, you have a good memory. We talked about that like a year ago, right, or whatever. Okay, well, why is it a good thing that you were born in?
No, my mom was born in the year of the monkey. I remember this because when we lived in Japan, she got like a little monkey charm that she attached to her watch.
Oh, interesting. You and I are rats. We're the year of the rat. Yeah.
Yes.
So
that's my rat noise.
Nice. And I used to really love Lunar New Year stuff because in San Francisco, it's a really big deal to have these celebrations. We would have like lion dances and dragon dances.
Wait. Pause
school.
for just a second.
Yes.
In San Francisco, Chinese culture is a big deal.
Yes, it is.
Can't believe that.
I know. Only like the country's biggest Chinatown. But so it's probably me who brought it up to him that he was in the year of the monkey or whatever when we were talking about Lunar New Year last year. So anyway, he says it's a really good thing that I was born in the year of the monkey, and I couldn't figure out why. And then he goes, yeah, it's because did you know that we're all just monkeys? Actually, more like talking monkeys with less hair. I was like, talking
with
monkeys
less hair.
with less hair. Okay. And then just like straight face, he just keeps on like doing his thing. And I was like, am I the only one who heard that? Like, where's my Jim Halpert camera? Because I really, really, really need it right now. Like, I need someone to just look at and be like, my child just said that we are all just monkeys, like talking monkeys with less hair. And somehow tied it back to him being born in the year of the monkey. Cool.
He's a biologist in the making.
Who celebrates Lunar New Year? Who knew?
Of course.
Who knew? All right. Oh, okay. Let's get to the real talk. So we wanted to do something lighthearted and fun because, again, Christmas time or holiday season or chaos of any kind, because no matter what holiday you celebrate, happy holidays, by the way.
There's 26 of them in this time of year, you know?
Yeah, there's a ton. And your kids are probably home with you, which means your life is probably utter chaos, like ours is right now. So in an effort to keep things light and fun, I am going to propose that we do a series called We Read Buzzfeed. And also,
oh my gosh, let's do it again next week.
we're gonna have to. How is We Read Buzzfeed not a podcast title? I don't understand. So I found an article that will still teach you something and is still fun, but it takes a lot of work off of me. So here we go. This is 32 celebrities that you didn't know or were totally forgotten that they were related by marriage. And this is by Lauren Yapolater at BuzzFeed. She's a member of BuzzFeed staff. So thank you to Lauren for letting us read your entire article. Here we go.
Oh my gosh. The subtitle is Not All In-Laws Are Terrible.
Which I really love, right?
Right.
So I'm going to steal that line for social media. Anyway, so Chase Crawford and the former quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, Tony Romo, are brothers-in-law. Oh
my God.
Don't know much about Chase Crawford, so I don't know how helpful that is. But this one I do really know and love. Beck and Giovanni Ribisi are brothers-in-law. So
got 2 turntables and a brother-in-law.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they were, because Beck and his ex-wife are no longer together now. But Giovanni Ribisi's sister is the redhead in Dazed and Confused. And that's who Beck married.
Yes, I see it.
Yes. And yes, it's a weird connection, but yes, isn't that a weird marriage?
That is weird.
Like,
that
what?
Is weird.
Also, she's blonde in all the pictures from recently. Anyway, so there's that. Marissa. Her name is Marissa Ribisi. Okay. So this one's weird. I'm going to ask you to think about Hocus Pocus. Ready?
Okay.
Thackeray Banks.
Yes.
Yes, the boy who gets
Yes.
So Troyan Bellisario's stepbrother is Thackeray Banks from Hocus Pocus, which is weird.
That is weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This one is probably one that's a little bit more relevant. Blake Lively's brother-in-law is Bart Johnson, who is Troy's dad from High School Musical.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
They're all in this together.
We're all in this together. Blake's sister is Robin Lively, and that's who he's married to.
Oh, my God. Crazy.
Mark Ronson. Yes. Musician. Yes. Mark Ronson. His mother-in-law is Meryl Streep.
Oh, my gosh. What a famous family.
I know. So Mark is married to Grace Gummer, who is Meryl's daughter. Yep.
Wow.
Here's a good one. Christian Bale's stepmom, Gloria Steinem.
Wow.
Christian Bale's stepmom is Gloria Steinem. The
Jeez
Gloria Steinem.
Louise. Yeah, the.
Yeah. Okay. This one I've known for a while because like I put this connection together, and a lot of people probably have, but you know, as a former Texas history teacher, my favorite weird fact, and you probably remember this, was that the largest collector outside of the state of Texas of Alamo memorabilia is musician Phil Collins. British musician Phil Collins. It is my favorite thing. In fact, if you go to the Alamo, if you go to the Alamo, there is currently on loan from Phil Collins the Phil Collins collection. Okay, I'm not even kidding.
I want to be so
really
rich
into it.
that I get to collect weird memorabilia.
You already have some of it in your house. You have the Astros seats.
This is true. This is true. I used to say that I want to be just picking up Chilean sea bass on my way home rich. They're like, oh, what's for dinner tonight? I don't know. I'm just going to stop and get
Central Market and grab a lobster on my way home.
Yeah.
No big deal.
$26 a pound. No big deal. Sounds great. But now I think I want to be obscure memorabilia rich.
Oh my goodness. Hilarious. Okay. So
I want to have a whole Seabiscuit memorabilia collection. I don't even know anything about Seabiscuit, but I feel like that's like pigeonholed enough that like I could have a whole like, oh, this is Seabiscuit's foot shavings from the farrier or something.
Is it weird that I went Seabiscuit and my mind jumped immediately to SpongeBob, and the first thing that popped into my head was who lives in a pineapple and a sea?
I will tell you, my son, who I, again, am raising right. For those of you in Austin, you know that there is a great pizza/beer place in Austin called Pint House.
Yep.
And Kit sings, who lives in a pint house under the sea.
It's perfect. Oh my goodness. Okay. Lily Collins is Phil Collins' daughter, right? Okay. Phil Collins of like Tarzan.
Is she a daughter of the Alamo?
She's not.
Sorry.
Oh,
I am
perfect.
sorry for everyone listening to this episode and be like, why are they still laughing? It's not that funny.
So Texas-centric this time, too. Okay, so Lily Collins has multiple parents-in-law, including Malcolm McDowell and Ted Danson and Mary Steenburgen. Which means Phil Collins and Mary Steenburgen and Ted Danson are related through marriage, which is the nuttiest thing. Because Lily married Charlie McDowell, who is Mary Steenburgen's son with Malcolm, who is her ex-husband. But then Mary Steenburgen is married to Ted Danson, so now Lily Collins is married to not married.
There's another couple that I like am totally shipping.
Really?
Oh yeah, Mary Steenburgen plus Ted Danson for life.
Yeah, I like that one too. Okay. Ethan Suplee from Boy Meets World, the bigger dude from Boy Meets World, who, by the way, is like now a bodybuilder and like looks very different from how we saw him on Boy Meets World. He was one of the bullies, the bigger dude. Yes. Okay. He's Juliette Lewis's brother-in-law.
What?
Because Ethan is married to Juliette Lewis's sister, Brandy. What?
OMG.
Yeah. Okay. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who is like my comedy idol, right? Like I love this. Between her and Mary Poehler, what? Mary Steenburgen is in my head still. Between her and Amy Poehler and Tina Fey, I like love the three of them together. Anyway, okay, her brother-in-law is Patrick Fischler, who is in Twin Peaks.
Oh my God! You know we love Twin Peaks at this house, but we do not love the last season that was like a remake or whatever. It's a little nutty.
Yeah.
But I have dressed like the log lady for an event before.
That's hilarious. So if you don't know the name or you haven't seen Twin Peaks, but you have seen Veep, there's an episode early on in the series when there's a photographer who reads lips. That's her brother-in-law that she's talking to when she's really mean to him. Anyway, okay. Zooey Deschanel's brother-in-law is David Hornsby, who is Cricket from Always Sunny.
Oh my gosh. But also like Joey Deschanel's sister is Bones.
Yeah, Emily Deschanel.
Yes. But they're not related by marriage. They're related by being
They're actually,
sisters.
yeah. And if you look at them, you can see that they're totally
faux
similar.
show.
Yeah. Alfie Allen's brother-in-law is David Harbour, as in Stranger Things, David Harbour.
So
and also he's in that new movie, Violent Night.
So cute.
Yeah. And Alfie's sister is Lily Allen. So
Jeez,
that's
Louise.
how Dave, I know, right? Crazy. Like family talent is just crazy. Okay. Penn Badgley's sister-in-law is Jemima Kirk.
Family talent / connections.
Right? Oh,
We need to honor that.
Yeah. No, we get
It's not just what you know. It's
right.
Who
It's
you
who
know.
for 100%. And there's some crazy ones in here. Okay. So we know this one is very well known at this point. Priyanka Chopra and Sophie Turner are sisters-in-law because they're married to two of the Jonas Brothers.
Yes.
Right? So we know that one. That's an obvious one. Same thing, and you and I probably know this just because of our age, but Cameron Diaz and Nicole Richie are sisters-in-law because they're married to the Madden brothers, Joel and Benji. Nicole's married to Joel, and then Cameron is married to Benji Madden. Okay. This is my favorite one on this whole list. Emily Blunt's brother-in-law is Stanley Tucci. The most precious of men, Stanley Tucci. Because he's married to her sister.
There's more.
Right. He's married to her sister, Felicity. And that means that John Krasinski is Stanley Tucci's brother-in-law.
Yes. Oh my gosh, so funny. Wouldn't you like to go to their family Thanksgiving?
100%. Are you kidding? Yes. There's my Jim Halper camera right there. I just make the face. I'm sure he's like, stop it. Peter Sarsgaard and Jake Gyllenhaal are brothers-in-law.
Because Maggie?
Peter, he's married to Maggie. Peter Sarsgaard.
Okay, so if you are less than rated R, this movie is not appropriate for you. You need your family to sign off on it.
Okay.
But if you are a grown-up, Secretary is a pretty great movie. It's like my favorite Gyllenhaal creation.
Oh goodness. Did I tell you that I once, what's that movie with the weird rabbit that Jake Gyllenhaal's in, and it's like
oh my gosh, why are we Dark
somewhere the
something.
girls at Donnie Darko, the girls at Doom Generation were like screaming it at me.
Yes, they're like, why are you not knowing this movie? Yes.
Right. So that's like a cult classic for a lot of people, and I finally sat down and watched it 12 or 13 years ago, and I do not get it.
Cannot get it. That's like the cult part, is that everybody has a different interpretation. There's 12 different storylines happening there. It's kind of like me and how much I love Toy Story fanfic. Like, my husband likes to make fun of me, and he's like, wait a minute, you read Toy Story fan fiction? I'm like, yes.
Some people watch adult videos.
Yeah.
Jenny watches.
But there's so many fan theories about what's actually happening in Toy Story. If you're looking for a deep dive in the after midnight hours, that's where you need to go. Either read the stories of what people think Donnie Darko is actually about, or read what people think Toy Story is really happening.
All around me are familiar. Sorry. Okay. Patrick Wilson and Scott Foley are brothers-in-law, which is a weird one. Yeah, that one was strange. Here's another good one. Ready? Ashley Simpson's mother-in-law is Diana Ross. Diana Ross. Holy cow. Ashley
Diana
Simpson.
Ross.
Yes. As in like Tracy Ellis Ross, her mother.
If you need me, call me.
There it is. Because Ashley is married to Diana's
that's
son.
Captain and Tennille.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Oops.
Sorry.
Okay. So Ashley's sister.
Diana Ross is Stop in the Name of Love.
There it is. So Ashley's sister Jessica Simpson is also related to Tracy Ellis Ross because of that connection, which is so strange. Right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know these people, so I'm going to skip that one. So it's not going to be 32. It's only going to be 31. Jamie Bell and Joaquin Phoenix are brothers-in-law.
How is that?
Because Jamie is married to Kate Mara, and Rooney Mara is married to Joaquin.
I see.
And also, did you know that the Maras are the daughters of the dude who owns the New York Giants, the football team?
Oh, the New York Football Giants.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
That, speaking of like connections, right? Like that family is loaded. Okay.
Yeah, they got money.
This is another good one. Matthew Perry's stepdad is Keith Morrison from Dateline. I love that one so much because Keith is married to Matthew's mom, whose name is Suzanne.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So good.
Daniel Day-Lewis's father-in-law was playwright Arthur Miller, which is kind of huge, right? Amazing. Jessica Capshaw's stepdad is Steven Spielberg because he's married to her mom, which is kind of
That's how you get a stepdad.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Josh Brolin's stepmom is Barbra Streisand because Barbra Streisand is married to his dad, James
Brolin.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, so I need Barbra Streisand to be my stepmom.
That would be really cool. You, of all people, with all the singing, yeah, you do need someone like that to be.
Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, stepmom. Sorry, go ahead.
Dr. Phil is the father-in-law of Morgan Stewart, who was on Rich Kids of Beverly Hills. And Morgan is married to singer Jordan McGraw, who is Dr. Phil's son.
Okay, like I'm happy for them, but like Dr. Phil just makes me taste vomit in my mouth.
Okay, so you remember how I told you I had a favorite one already on this list, right?
I sure hope it's not the Dr. Phil one.
No,
okay.
I lied. That one's not my favorite. It's my second favorite. This one is my favorite.
Okay.
Jason Bateman. I can't even get it out. Jason Bateman's father-in-law is Paul Anka.
Put your head on my shoulder.
The picture of him standing with his father-in-law. It's so good. It's so good. It's
and
like,
they called it
it's like,
Jason Bateman.
I like Jason Bateman. He is no longer the poor man's Michael J. Fox. He has his own career. It's wonderful, right? He is constantly outperforming us on Good Pod's education charts with SmartList. I don't understand how they're ranked in education. It doesn't matter. Whatever. This picture, he looks like poor man's Michael J. Fox again, and he's standing next to Paul Anka, who's like a full head shorter than him. And Paul Anka is very tan. And it just looks very awkward and hilarious. And this picture is killing me, and I just love it with my whole heart. Anyway, Paul Anka's daughter is Amanda, and that is Jason Bateman's wife. So that's the connection.
Okay, so here's the problem. You are calling Jason Bateman the poor man's Michael J. Fox.
Yes.
And I have always had a giant crush on both of them.
Well, because I mean, if you saw Teen Wolf and then Teen Wolf 2, like, of course you had to have a crush on both of them. That's just how that works, right? Because one of them is, you know, Teen Wolf and the other one was Teen Wolf 2. So I can understand why you had a crush on both, because they're both amazing.
Oh, yeah. No, I have had a crush on Michael J. Fox since before I can remember. In fact, when I was a little girl, I used to always ask my mom, when is Alex coming on again? Alex P. Keaton.
Alex P. Keaton, yeah.
Yes. And I have always loved Michael J. Fox. And I look at Jason Bateman and I'm like, oh my gosh, that smile and those little squinty eyes, I'm all about it. Which is the same thing I love about our
Michael
favorite dad of twins who met at summer camp. Dennis Quaid, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, same thing.
Dennis Quaid is cute, but also there's something about him. And if you take Steve Carell and Dennis Quaid and you kind of mix them into one person, that's kind of who my dad looks like. So I really can't get too into Dennis Quaid. I just can't do it. I also can't get too into Steve Carell. Even though they both have aged perfectly and they look amazing, I can't get into both of them.
That's amazing.
And if my dad is listening, and I know he does listen, Dad, it's a compliment. Just please accept the compliment that you look like both of those men. Okay, thanks, bye.
Yes. And call me. So
yes, she did just hit on my dad from afar, folks. Wow, Dad, you're just raking in the compliments right here. Okay. Beyonce and Bianca Larson are stepsisters, which is interesting.
Oh, wow.
Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson are married. Ashley Williams from the Jim Gaffigan Show is Brad Paisley's sister-in-law, because who is Brad Paisley's wife? Kimberly Williams.
Paisley.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Father of the Bride. Heart.
That's how you know her, because of Father of the Bride, because she's just... And she also, by the way, still looks exactly like she did when she was playing anything.
Oh my gosh. No, she looks amazing.
You
know who else she's friends with is Jen Hatmaker, and the two of them have the funniest videos together.
Ew, why do I not know this?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Here's a cute little, like, possibly relationship, possibly tied together people. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence might be in-laws one day, because Eddie's son Eric and Martin's daughter Jasmine are together and they love each other, which is very, very cute. And they have a very adorable picture here on their Instagram.
I love it.
Here's another fun one. John Bon Jovi has a son named Jake Bon Jovi, and Jake Bon Jovi is dating Millie Bobby Brown. So maybe Millie Bobby Brown's dad will be John Bon Jovi.
That is amazing.
Speaking of my dad, he took me to a Bon Jovi concert, and it was one of the most fun nights I've had in a long time. It was amazing. They are cute together. But that's 30. I skipped like 3. So that's like 29 couples who have brought together their famous families, and you might not have known that they are related to each other, and there you go. 32 celebrities that you didn't know or totally forgot were related by marriage by Lauren Yapolator from the Buzzfeed staff. So thank you, Lauren, again. And that's what I got. That's my learning.
That was amazing. That was such a great way for me to spend my December evening / Tuesday morning. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I thought it was fun.
All right. So this is the time of the show where I say one of the things that you could give us for Christmas is a rating. And just gift. Tap
and it's
the
free.
Stars. Maybe you write a review. Here, let me scribe it for you. I love this show so much it has changed my life. At first, I thought that podcasts were boring. And then I heard CK and GK, and now I love them so much.
And now I know that Jason Bateman and Priyanka are related to each other.
Period. ! Question mark. The end.
The end. There you go. Yeah.
Okay, make good choices.
And not all in-laws are bad, to quote Lauren Yapolator. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hey friends, thanks for listening to the CK and GK podcast. Find us at CK and GK podcast on Instagram and Twitter, and rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, or anywhere else that you pod. See you next time.